Hello everyone, myself Dr. Trishant Singh, and in this video I will take you all through my journey of how I cleared both INICET as well as NEET PG, both the exams in my first attempt while doing internship in a peripheral medical college in Chhattisgarh. So if you are someone who's trying to prepare for this exam or someone who's gearing up to prepare for this exam, this video is for you. Trust me guys, I've been where you are right now, feeling overwhelmed, trying to manage all the endless subjects and doubting myself if it's possible for me to get a good rank and to get my dream branch. But good news is it is possible, and it is possible for each and every one of you who's watching this video right now. Each and every one of you has the potential to clear the exam and get your dream branch. And the best news is you don't have to study 16 hours a day or be a genius for that to happen. In the end, I would say it all comes down to the strategy, the right mindset, and the consistency. So in this video, I will share with you all what strategies did I use, what was my what resources did I use, how I managed my time while doing internship, and some practical tips that will be helpful to you during your preparation. So let's deep dive into the video, and I will share all the intricate details that are related to the video. Okay, so let's start with the main stuff itself. So step by step, I'll tell you what I did and what was my strategy, right? So first of all, I would like to remind you that you are not preparing for the exam itself. You are preparing to be able to revise all the content that you have read and aggregated in the last 10 days, right? This should be your sole purpose of studying the whole year, is to create a copy or to create a content which you can consume and remember and summarize and revise in the last 10 days of the exam. That is the most crucial aspect of studying for you. And the most important thing in cracking any of the exams in the world, be it NEET, AIIMS, whatever exam in the world, the most important thing is always the revision part. So you should give proper time to studying as well as proper time to revision. Okay. First of all, is you should have a goal and objectives. For example, you should have a primary source. For me, primary source was Marrow. Prime source for you could be anything. If you have read in your MBBS professional exams, professional textbooks, then you can use them as well. But a lot of people these days use all ready-made notes from Marrow, Prep Ladder, DAMS, any of them, doesn't matter. But at least you should have a primary source. It can be main notes or it can be rapid revision notes as well, right? For me, my primary source was Marrow main notes, right? So you have to revise the main primary source at least twice. Primary source you have to do at least twice. And once you have done this, then what we have to do is we have to make another copy or another notebook called as 20th notebook. In 20th notebook, we will have all the frequently asked topic in the exams, in the GTs, all the topics that are repeated, the topics you are weak at, and the topic you often get wrong, right? So in this 20th notebook, you have to get a summary of all of these things extracted, which have been extracted and compressed from the primary source, right? Now, a division of time is most probably going to be on March, either March or April, right? So you have at least around 7 to 8 months time. So if I was in your place, I would divide this 7 to 8 months first in 4 to 5 months. What I would do is study the primary source plus make my 20th notebook. Then the next 2 to 3 months, what I would do is I would just stick to my 20th notebook and improve it. So for the first 4 5 months, what I would do is study my primary source plus make 20th notebook, and in the next 2 to 3 months, I would just stick to my 20th notebook and improve it quantity wise as well as the quality wise, right? Next, how to go about the syllabus. Okay, So for example, let's say in the month October, you should have a proper plan that what are the things that you are going to complete in October month, and subdivide into first week, second week, third week, and fourth week, right? Like this you have to subdivide it, and each and every week, within each and every week, all of the days you have to divide, and you have pre-made plan as to what you are going to study that day or that particular week in itself, right? So uh, that for example, it can be 5 days for long subjects like surgery and OBGY, right? For example, you can give 5 days to long subjects like surgery or gynae, and 3 days for small subjects. How to keep yourself going? So what I did in my internship was that in each and every week I would take just one day off, right? So, for example, let's say Sunday, right? So, in each and every week, on every Sunday, I used to go out with my friends, or go out to party, or just watch a movie with one of my friends. So that is what I used to do, and I did not do any study on that day or anything related to study on that day, right? So each and every week I took one day off. Personally, for me, I felt that it was very very much needed after a long week of study. You can give yourself one day. That's okay. Also, you can have a sort of healthy competition in between you and your friends, and if you have any study group, then you can have a healthy competition among yourself. So if you are not in the mood to study, then your friends can push you to study, or if you will see them they are studying, you will intrinsically follow yourself to study also, right? So healthy competition between friends and study group is really helpful, I would say. Next is don't stress over the small shortcomings, right? So during your journey and during your preparation, you will always find some topics or some instances or some moments when you will feel that, oh, okay, my friend knew this but I didn't know this, or some of the topics that you didn't know, or you just skip sometimes a lot of the topics because you think just I will read it afterwards. So I would say just don't stress over the small shortcomings, right? Try to look at the bigger picture. Try to look at bigger picture. Always try to look at the bigger picture, because I would say the small shortcomings do not matter in a long run of time, right? Also, always remember that it is you versus you. You are preparing, you are doing your preparation for these exams just to improve yourself, just to be worthy of that rank you expect you to get. You don't have to compete with anybody. You are your only competition, is what I would say to you. Okay, so don't try to compare yourself to others, and just try to be better than yesterday, right? To improve the GT scores, this in itself is a very long topic, and I would say I would just make a separate video on this. And but the most important thing I would say is revision. If you revise your 20th notebook or your primary source multiple number of times, then you will remember the small details, intricate details related to all the particular topics, and you have higher chances of scoring greater marks, right? So, in one word, I would say revision, but I would make a separate video, quick summary of the blueprint that I used to prepare for my exams, right? First of all, as I already told you, my primary source was my Roman notes, and I did it twice, right? Along with that, whenever I went to postings in during my internship, I used to do 200 questions around during the posting itself, right? Along with that, I was making on the third read of my primary source. I was making my 20th notebook, and the 20th notebook should include volatile topics, the topics that are frequently asked in the exams. So when you will give GTs and when you will see PYQs, you will see that certain topics are recurring in the exams and the GTs. So you should include those topics in the exams. Also, the topics that you frequently get wrong. Personally, for me, one of the topics was porphyria. So porphyria, I used to get a lot of questions wrong from porphyria itself. So I included that in my 20th notebook as well, right? Next is the improvement of the content, quality as well as the quantity of the 20 notebook, such that you should be able to revise your 20 notebook in the last 10 days before the exam. That is the most important thing, right? Next is giving regular GTs. I would recommend giving GT every 7 days, not for the scores, but just for the sake of the topics that are important. So that's it, guys. I hope you found these tips to be helpful to you, and more importantly, they inspire you to take on your own journey with a solid plan and a confidence. Always remember, guys, clearing both these exams isn't just about studying day in and day out. It's overall about the consistency that you have over the period of time. Always remember, guys, always have the belief in yourself that you can do this, whether you are just starting your preparation or you are in the midst of your preparation. If you have any doubt or a particular query, you can always contact me. And also, if you have any suggestion for upcoming video or the content that I should upload, feel free to comment down below. And see you in the next one. Bye.